Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Good News by Mac Miller. As always, the song comes to you as a request from one of my viewers, so if you want to be that person to request something, just leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to add it to my list. List is super long, but at least it gets on there. So, sorry. Anyway, I don't think I've really ever heard anything from Mac Miller. As those of you who've been with the channel for a while know, I'm not really well versed in hip-hop music, so just kind of going in blind for the most part. I do know he's hip-hop. I at least know that much. I also do know that he passed away recently, I think from suicide, if I'm not mistaken. It was one of those I remember hearing about. But yeah, I mean, if that's so, I mean, any death, of course, is tragic. But I mean, to go in that fashion, I think, is even more so. But yeah, like I said, going in mostly blind. I know, I guess, maybe a little bit of background, and I know that he's hip hop, but that's about it. And even as far as like hip hop goes, I don't know too much. So bear with me. Hopefully, for those of you who enjoy the genre, have a little patience with me as we explore this song. All right, so let's give it a shot. Again, this is Good News by Mac Miller. Here we go.
Spent the whole day in my head. Do a little spring cleaning. I'm always too busy dreaming. Well, maybe I should wake up instead. A lot of things I regret, but I just say I forget. It can just be easy. Why does everybody need me to stay? Oh, I hate the feeling when you're high but you're underneath the ceiling. Got the cards in my hand, I hate dealing. Yeah, get everything I need and I'm gone, but it ain't stealing. Can I get a break? I wish that I could just get out my goddamn way. What is there to say? There ain't a better time than today. Maybe I'll lay down for a little, instead of always trying to figure everything out. And all I do is say sorry. Half the time I don't even know what I'm saying it about. Good news, good news, good news, that's all they wanna hear. No, they don't like it when I'm down, but when I'm flying, oh, it make them so uncomfortable, so different. What's the difference? When it ain't that bad, it could always be worse. I'm running out of gas, hardly anything left. Hope I make it home from work. I'm so tired of being so tired. Well, I gotta build something beautiful just to go set it on fire. No lie, but sometimes the truth don't sound like the truth. Maybe cause it ain't. I just love the way it sound when I say it. Yeah, it's what I do. If you know me, it ain't anything new. Wake up to the moon. Haven't seen the sun in a while, but I heard that the sky's still blue. Yeah, I heard they don't talk about me too much no more. And that's a problem with a closed door. Good news, good news, good news, that's all they wanna hear. No, they don't like it when I'm down, but when I'm flying, oh, it make them so uncomfortable, so different. What's the difference? There's a whole lot more for me waiting on the other side. I'm always wondering if it feel like summer. I know maybe I'm too late, I could make it there some other time. I'll finally discover that there's a whole lot more for me waiting. some other time. Then I finally discover that it ain't that bad. Ain't so bad. Well, it ain't that bad. At least don't gotta be no more. No more, no more, no more, no more. No more, no more, no more, no more. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really liked that. That was really good. I wasn't really sure what to expect going in. Again, I had maybe a little bit of background knowledge, but that was about it. So I really like how it turned out. That was a really good song. I'm a sucker for music that kind of makes you feel one way in the instrumentation. And another way in the lyrics, and this song definitely does that. The instrumentation is like sitting on my back porch drinking an iced tea, just hanging out, or like laying in bed on a cozy afternoon. That's like what the instrumentation gives me. But the lyrics give me like existential dread. So I'm a sucker for stuff like that. So I like this one a whole lot. As I was saying in the beginning, I don't know if you guys could hear me over the music, but his voice really reminds me of like Grandson, and I guess I'm assuming he came first, before Grandson really stepped on the scene, but kind of the same vocal style to me. And to me, this wasn't exactly like I guess what I expect from like hip hop. This to me felt more like a pop song, which I think was good because it's a nice kind of easy way to sort of transition into that type of music. You get like a little bit of a buffer going or what have you. So I think this was a really solid request because this is a really good song. I liked it a lot. So anyway, let's break it down like we always do, of course, starting with those lyrics. So a little bit of an about section here. It says, "Good News is Mac Miller's first officially released music since his death in September of 2018. Really, it feels like it was so much longer ago for some reason. Okay, so 2018. It is also the first single from Miller's sixth studio album and first, what does it say here? And first posthumous project, Circles. On the track, Miller discusses many of the same themes seen in his last record, Swimming. He speaks on feeling no reprieve from negative feelings in life, while the people around him only want him to say that he's good, wanting him to suppress the negative feelings that he has all the time. And again, if I remember correctly that he committed suicide, then yeah, that's pretty dark, and that puts that in like a much darker context, I feel like. The track's music video features clips of Miller recording music as well as many animated naturescapes depicting the positive parts of the world that Miller wants to find on the track. The track first appeared online on September 1st, 2019. At the time, it was rumored to be part of an unreleased project that Miller was working on around the time of the release of his fifth studio album, Swimming. In August 2018, it was later released along with an accompanying music video. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a different date. And finally confirmed to be on his posthumous album Circles on January 9th, 2020. Okay, cool. Let's see, what have the artists said about the song? It was him singing over a very minimal track. The lyrics were incredible. It didn't have the chorus. He said, "I just think you should play a bunch of stuff on it." I gingerly asked, "Do you like the chords that are there?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm going to play, and every time you hear something you like, let me know." I did with him what I've done with a bunch of directors, which is watch the body language. When somebody's happy or not, he came into the control room and he was really excited. He started singing over it in the control room and he sang the chorus. I'm in the middle of the keyboard over top and I look up and go, "That's great, go run onto the mic." After the first after he first did it, he came in and he was still a little unsure, like, yeah, I don't know, maybe that's a different song. And thank God he lived with it and saw the sense in it. Again, that's not something I created, that's something he was doing. I think I did say to him when he was walking around in front of the speakers and he was singing like that, look, there's a reason that came to you right now. That was John Brion. Is that how you say his name? All right, I'm not going to read the rest of this, but let's go ahead and look at those lyrics. So, verse 1, I spent the whole day in my head, do a little spring cleaning. Nice, that's a really clever line. I didn't notice that the first time. I'm always too busy dreaming. Well, maybe I should wake up instead. A lot of things I regret, but I just say I forget. Damn, that's true. A lot of things I regret, but I just say I forget. I feel like I can relate to that line. I'm sure a lot of people do as well. Why can't it just be easy? Why does everybody need me to stay? Oh, I hate the feeling when you're high, but you're underneath the ceiling. So you're high, but you're low, I guess. Got the cards in my hand, I hate dealing. Yeah, get everything I need when I'm gone, but it ain't stealing. Can I get a break? I wish that I could just get out of my goddamn way. What is there to say? Yeah, honestly, I mean, it sounds like somebody who is struggling with something like depression or anxiety and just, very maybe just mentally not okay. There ain't a better time than today. Well, maybe I'll lay down for a little, yeah, instead of always trying to figure everything out, and all I do is say sorry. Half the time I don't even know what I'm saying it about. Good news, good news, good news. That's all they want to hear. No, they don't like it when I'm down, but when I'm flying, it make them so uncomfortable, so different. What's the difference? So that's to me the chorus was very interesting because it says they don't want to hear when I'm down, they just want to hear when I feel good. But when I'm flying and succeeding and feeling great, it makes people feel uncomfortable. So it's sort of like people want you to do good, but not too good, and people just don't want to hear about when you're down. I mean, no wonder, right? This sounds like someone who's struggling with a lot of their interpersonal relationships, honestly. When it ain't that bad, it could always be worse. That's true. I'm running out of gas. That's a very pessimistic way to look at it, too. Like, if you say, oh, it's not that bad, but then it's like, well, that means it could always be worse. That's funny. I like that line, too. I'm running out of gas, hardly anything left. Hope I make it home from work. Well, so tired of being so tired. And again, I think obviously the gas here is like a metaphor, right? Talking about himself. He just feels out of gas. Why I gotta build something beautiful just to go set it on fire. I'm no liar, but sometimes the truth don't sound like the truth. Maybe because it ain't. I just love the way it sounds when I say it. Yeah, that's a great line too. Sometimes the truth ain't the truth. It just sounds good when you say it. It's just reassuring. It's what I do. If you know me, it ain't nothing new. Wake up to the moon. Haven't seen the sun in a while, but I heard that the sky's still blue. Yeah, that's a great line too. There's a lot of really good lines in here, and that's one thing. Again, as much as I don't really listen to hip hop or rap very much. That's one thing I can always appreciate. This just about every song I've heard has some great lyricism, and that's beautiful. Love it. But I heard that the sky's still blue. Yeah, I heard that they don't talk about me too much no more. And that's the problem with a closed door. What a great line as well. So, someone who's, again, staying up super late probably has something to do with anxiety and depression. And then just like I heard they don't talk about me too much no more. And that's the problem with a closed door. So I'm wondering, like, I think of like an open door policy where it's like, yeah, let's talk about it, versus a closed door policy where we kind of keep hush hush. I wonder if that's kind of what he's saying there. Good news, good news, good news. It's all they want to hear. No, they don't like it when I'm down, but when I'm flying, it makes them so uncomfortable. So different. What's the difference? There's a whole lot more for me waiting on the other side. I'm always wondering if it feels like summer. I know maybe I'm too late. I could make it there some other time. So yeah, I mean, to me, a lot of this song and the lyricism is like an admission of like, wanting to kind of take your own life and see what the other side's like. I'll finally discover that there's a whole lot more for me waiting, I know maybe I'm too late. I could make it there some other time. Then I'll finally discover that it ain't that bad, ain't so bad. Well, it ain't that bad. At least it don't gotta be no more. And it's kind of funny because early in the song he says, well, if it ain't that bad, then it could always be worse. No more, no more, no more, no more, no more, hey, hey. Right, so like I said, the lyrics really give me that feeling of like dread and sadness, but they were beautiful. I mean, some great lines in there, some really clever writing. So I got to give him 2 thumbs up lyrically. And I think he was definitely telling us something in the song. felt like he was and getting a message across. Like, it's, life's not always good news. Sometimes it's bad stuff, and if you want to be there for somebody, you have to be willing to sift through the bad stuff as well, not just the good stuff all the time. So yeah, that was really good. 2 thumbs up lyrically. As far as the instrumentation, like I said, I'm a sucker for when like the instrumentation is telling one story and the lyrics are telling another. So in the instrumentals, you really hear like, again, a very calm and sort of peaceful, hanging out on your back porch, having an iced tea kind of feeling. Whereas in the lyrics, it's like existential dread, depression, anxiety, that kind of thing. So it was just really cool to hear that juxtaposition. And I just really like what they did with the instrumentation. Really cool, like bass, kind of really deep richness coming in at the beginning. But like that little summary said that I had read, there was a lot of different things kind of being thrown out there, and there was a lot of it that I really liked. So like I said, that bass was good. There was a little bit of guitar work in it that was really nice, that I kind of picked up on. Just overall, a very chill, kind of cool instrumental track. And then vocally, I think he does a great job here. Like I said, reminds me a lot of Grandson. I've done a few Grandson reviews on the channel. But really like his vocal style. I mean, this is honestly like, I guess we'll talk about it in the next section, but instrumentally, vocally, 2 thumbs up there as well. As far as replay value goes, what I was going to say was that I feel like this was a nice little appetizer, I feel like, for Mac Miller, because again, not an artist that I've ever really listened to, but I liked this song a lot, and so I can see this kind of being my bridge, my sort of gateway into listening to more of his music, because this was very enjoyable. And if this is any sort of indication of his style, I think this could be a good sign. I definitely liked what I heard. So I definitely want this one on my playlist. It was really easy to listen to, but it still gave you something to think about in the lyrics, which is always nice. So replay value is 2 thumbs up there as well. Overall, a really good song, and I want to thank whoever requested this one. This was a very solid request. I had a great time listening to it, so thank you. As always, if you want to be that person to request something, just leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to get to it if you enjoyed the music as much as I did. Go support the artists, of course. Go listen to their music wherever you can. I know he's no longer with us, but I'm sure there's plenty more artists that are supported by this music. So go listen to it wherever you can. And of course, if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. All right, guys, that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.